there, and thanks for joining me for another Cricut tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to make these adorable paper tassels using your Cricut Explore or any other digital die cutting machine. You can also make these by hand, and I'll show you how to do that at the end of the video. But I created an SVG file that makes creating these tassels super simple with a digital die cutting machine. I think these tassels add such a cute little flair to any project. So let's get started. You guys aren't going to believe how super simple this is. I've made an SVG file. So in Cricut Design Space, all you do is go over here to Upload Images, click on Image, Browse. You're going to find where you downloaded the Fringe 1 SVG file. It's right here. Click on Open. There it is. You can tag it if you want. We can put Fringe, Tassel, whatever you like. Hit Save. And I've already uploaded this, obviously, so now I have two, but it'll be the first one right here in your project bin. So you're going to click on it and hit Insert Image. Okay, it's already sized exactly like you need it. It's 8.5 inches wide. You want to turn off this tagline here where I put my signature on it. So to do that, you're just going to click on it, right click, ungroup, and then you can go over here to the layers panel and either delete it or just turn it off. So now you're left with just this one layer. That's all you need. You're going to hit go. And you can see it's 8.5 inches wide. Place it on your mat however you like. If you don't want it to cut right here in this upper corner, sometimes this corner gets used more than the other because it always by default sets everything up here. So you do want to have a sticky mat because it's going to cut all these lines and you want to make sure your paper sticks down. So if you want to move it, this is the time to move it. You can put it anywhere on the mat you want. Just make sure your paper lines up. And so that is it. You're going to hit go. Select your device if you have more than one hooked up. You're going to put your dial on cardstock or cardstock plus, depending on your paper. On the green and white polka dot one, it's a thinner paper, and I just put it on cardstock. On that foiled paper, I put it on cardstock plus, which is one notch to the left of cardstock. So we're going to cut that out. Meet me in my craft room, and I'll show you how to put this together. So you can see the tassel here on this flip book. This is made out of paper. These are so fun, and they're so super simple to make, especially with the cut file, that if you watch the rest of the video, you will find out how to get the SVG cut file free, so you can cut it with your Cricut Explore, Silhouette Cameo, Portrait, if you have the designer edition, or whatever machine you have. You can obviously cut these by hand as well. Here's another one. Been using them on pocket letters. I just love how these foiled ones turn out. Okay, so here's what you need to get started. Oh, here's one more that I made. Here's what you need to get started. You need the file cut out. Here it is. Cut that with my Cricut. If you don't have a digital cutting machine, you can obviously take your cardstock and just cut it with scissors, or if you have the Martha Stewart French scissors, this works as well. I like using the SVG file because everything is uniform. You need something round. You can use a pencil. I just have a skewer from my kitchen. You can use the end of a paintbrush, just something a little bit round. We're going to use that, and then I also have a toothpick. I have some reverse tweezers. You don't have to have these, but it makes it super simple. And you need some washi tape. I also have a couple of eye hooks. I don't know if you can see those. I just get these in the jewelry department at Joann's or Michael's or whatever. You have those, and if you get the long ones, you're going to need some wire cutters. And then you need your adhesive. I'm using hot glue just because it's fast and easy. You can use liquid glue. I was using multi-matte medium, but it just takes too long to dry for me. I have no patience. So first thing you want to do is take your cut file, and you want to just kind of make sure your fringe is all separated. It should be pretty close, but because these are little tiny cut files, it's easier to separate them now than after we get the tassel made. So just make sure they're nice and separated. So we got that done. Okay, now you're going to take your round object, whether it be a pencil or the end of a paintbrush, a skewer, I'm just using this, and you're going to break down the fibers by just rubbing along the solid side. Everything is cut up to right there. So this side is solid. And you want to keep your pattern side facing you, and then rub the round object just to break down those fibers so that the paper kind of begins to curl. This will help you when we roll it up. I'm a lefty, so pardon if it's backwards for you, but you get the picture. All right, so you're going to take your toothpick, and whichever hand you are, I'm left again, so I'm putting it on my left, and you're just going to start rolling the paper around the toothpick as tightly as you can. And once you get a couple of rounds, you can pull that toothpick out. Just make sure it stays tight. If you had a quilling tool, this would be the perfect time to use it. Again, we're trying to keep that top as straight as possible. There we go. Almost done. Okay, and when you get to the end, you want to put a little bit of adhesive on the end, and you can use a liquid glue. I don't have the patience, so I'm just going to put a little tape runner there. I just don't have the time to let it dry. And then finish rolling it closed. Now, if you used liquid glue, I would recommend taking some reverse tweezers if you have them and letting it set like this until it's completely dry. Since I used a dry glue, it's going to be fine. Okay, but I'll go ahead and put that in my tweezers. Let that set. Now I want to take my little eye pin, and I'm going to cut it not real long, but not real short. It's going to be about a finger's width on the stem. I'm just going to cut it like that. You can see it there. All right, I'm going to take my hot glue, and I'm just going to put a little dab right on top. Now, of course, there we go. Just a little bit. You want to keep it nice and neat. And then you're going to stick your pen right down in that center hole. Okay, see that? So there's our tassel. If it gets a little goopy, you can just wipe that off as it dries. Now you want to take some washi tape. Now you can use glitter washi tape, you can use colored washi tape, whatever floats your boat or trips your trigger, whatever saying you like to use. I'm going to use some silver glitter washi tape. And if your washi tape's a little bit too wide, you can just cut it in half. See if I can get this started. There we go. Get a clean end on it. And I find it's easier to take the tape off the roll rather than try to roll it while it's still attached. So I'm just going to cut a piece. And I'm just going to line it right around the top of my tassel, lining it with the top of the tassel. There we go. Now when you're using glitter washi tape, if that's what you choose to use, it tends to not want to stick on top itself. So what I do is just take a little dry adhesive tape runner. You could use a glue dot, hot glue, whatever, and just add a little extra adhesive there. Now you just want to fan it out a little bit. Make sure all your fringe is separated. And there you have it. Super cute tassel. Aren't those fun? I love how these turned out. These are great for mini albums. You could put a paper clip in it and put it in your planner. You can tie a string on it and tie it on your pocket letters, flip books, whatever. They're great for so many uses. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. You can head over to my blog at loristory.com and get the free SVG file that I have loaded there that's available for Cricut Design Space or any other digital cutter that takes or that accepts SVG files. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys soon. Bye.